What got you interested in ventriloquism?
I think it must have been Howdy Doody and Paul Winchell as a kid. And, this is a real common story. I mean, I can't, I hear this all the time. But my mom and dad bought me a little 24-inch Jerry Mahoney and how to ventriloquism for fun and profit. And I read that. I was 6 years old, and I read that book cover to cover, and I practiced, had a little hand mirror, uh, practice, and I learned how to do it. And then they bought me a Jerry Mahoney that had the hollow body and the post. And then they eventually went up to a Jerry Mahoney with the moving eyes, which, boy, I wish I still had that.
Yeah.
And and I performed a lot as a kid, for service clubs and churches and talent shows and stuff like that. So that's what got me going. But I didn't do it, and I only did that till I was about 12. And then I stopped doing it, and I never really got into ventriloquism until I was an adult in my 20s, and I did a ventriloquism bit as part of a magic show. And, mostly to freak my friends out to start with. But then that's what kind of got me doing ventriloquism again as part of that little bit that was part of my singer-songwriter routine, and then part of that magic show that we did. So,
So, yeah. Well, you had other ventriloquists near you, so were they able to help you and work with you, or didn't you do that kind of thing back then?
well, me and the neighbor kid down the street, we we would play together and do ventriloquism with each other and for each other. He also had a little Jerry Mahoney. The policeman, I went to see him once down the street, but I never really, worked with him or anything like that. But me and the other kid, we always, I think we lived on the same street for maybe a year or something like that, and so we would get together and do that all the time. So
Very cool. Now, do you do shows?
not anymore. It's been several years since I did, and I actually the shows I did do, I did with a soft puppet, not with a hard puppet. I had a little Shar-Pei dog that I would do shows with, and I'd say started doing it back in 2004 again, and would do mostly variety shows in theaters, local theater, theater type things, um, and I just got so busy. I had a job. I retired from my regular job about a little over a year ago now, a year and a half ago, and between the dummy making and plus I'm a musician and I love to play music and stuff. So it was just hard to find time to practice. And with ventriloquism, as you know, you've got to be practice. So I don't practice. I don't perform, and
Yeah.
I just build dummies.